Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So this week ahead, we do have a couple of different payments going out to millions of Social Security beneficiaries ranging from retirees to SSI. These payments are going to be ranging from $900 to $1,800 on average. We're going to be going over who's going to be receiving these payments and the dates in which they're going to be going out. Plus, we're going to be looking ahead at the payment schedule for July next month as well. Plus, two huge changes are currently on the table that would make some pretty big changes to both Social Security and Medicare. So we're going to be going over those proposed changes as well and what it would take for those changes to be signed into law. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Okay, so this year in 2023, we have certainly seen several different proposals put out there by different lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, from both Democrats and from Republicans. And right now we have two new proposals out there coming from the Republican side. We're going to be going over what those proposals are and what those changes could be if they ended up taking place. And of course, the likelihood of these changes even taking place in general, with of course the budget due by September 30th to avoid a government shutdown. So this morning from the Motley Fool, they say two huge changes to Social Security and Medicare are on the table, how they could impact you. So they say that if enacted into law, these proposals would be the biggest changes to Social Security and Medicare in years. I certainly have to agree. So Social Security has been around since 1935 and Medicare was established in 1965. But while both federal programs have been around for decades, they've undergone some key changes along the way. More reforms could be coming. Two huge changes to Social Security and Medicare are on the table. Here's what they are and how they could affect you. So the Republican Study Committee includes 175 GOP members of the U.S. House of Representatives. This group recently released its proposed federal budget for fiscal year 2024. In the opening letter to this proposed budget, RSC Chairman Kevin Hern and the organization's Budget and Spending Task Force wrote, "The RSC budget is more than just a financial statement. It is a statement of priorities. Those priorities span multiple issues, but Social Security and Medicare were among the top ones. The biggest Social Security reform put forward by the RSC is to make modest adjustments to the retirement age for future retirees to account for increases in life expectancy." The proposed budget document itself didn't provide details. However, Representative Ben Klein, who chairs the Budget and Spending Task Force, has previously stated that the full retirement age for Social Security would be gradually raised from 67 to 69. As for Medicare, the RSC's proposed 2024 budget includes a premium support model for the program. Under this model, private insurance plans would compete with traditional Medicare, including Parts A, B, and D. Seniors would receive federal subsidies to help pay for whichever Medicare plan they select. And then of course they go on to say how this will impact you. So of course, starting out with Social Security, they do mention that they are going to be raising the full retirement age from 67 to 69. So if you're getting pretty close to the retirement age and collecting benefits, fortunately, this is not going to impact you. What they are saying here actually is that we will not now or ever support cutting or delaying retirement benefits for any senior in or near retirement. And the RSC's proposed budget left unclear exactly who would be affected by the gradual increase of the full retirement age. However, Representative Klein revealed that the plan was to increase the retirement age by 3 months per year beginning in 2026 for Americans currently aged 59 or under until it reaches 69 for anyone turning 62 in 2033. So if you're going to be turning the age of 62 in 2033, or in other words, if you're the age of 52 or younger now, for you, your full retirement age would be lifted from 67 to 69. Now, you could probably still collect early retirement benefits at 62. However, if you decided to take them early at 62 as opposed to 67 as they are now, or even 69 that they could be lifted to, just keep in mind that you will receive a pretty good benefit reduction of what you would receive if you waited until 67 or 69, or if you waited all the way until 70 to receive the max retirement benefit. Now, as far as Medicare goes, they say that any senior eligible for Medicare could opt to select a private plan under the premium support model. However, no one would be forced to do so. Individuals would still be able to go with traditional Medicare. The RSC insists that the proposal doesn't reduce benefits or increase premiums for any Medicare beneficiaries. Instead, the GOP group argues that the model would reduce Medicare premiums. According to the RSC, the Congressional Budget Office determined that a more limited version of the premium support model would lower Medicare premiums overall by 7%. And then they go on to kind of explain the chances of this passing. So just like any other piece of legislation, this would need to first pass the House, which is controlled by Republicans. So if they're able to get every single Republican on board with this bill, it would pass the House. However, once this bill reaches the Senate, considering that it would need at least 60 votes to pass, and we have 51 Democrats in the Senate compared to just 49 Republicans at the moment, every single Democrat is against this proposal. So if every single Democrat votes against it, that would have 51 no's, and every single Republican, if they voted yes, that would only be 49 in support. So those ideas would pretty much be killed in the Senate. So right now, those things have no chance really of passing at all. As far as the future goes, if Republicans can maybe pick up 60 seats in the Senate, which is pretty unlikely to happen, it hasn't happened in decades, they might be able to get it to pass, but until then, there's really no chance at all. And I really have to say that these ideas are pretty much killing support for Republicans. We saw in the last election, 2022, Republicans had a chance to pick up a lot more seats than what they actually did. They were expected to, retake the majority in the House and the Senate, and while they were able to take back the majority in the House, they lost the Senate still. And that in spite of, the economy looking very bad, inflation being at record highs, gas prices being very high. And I think what really hurt the Republican Party the most in that election was first, of course, Social Security, and then also, of course, the whole abortion issue. But I think most of all is probably their attacks on Social Security and, voters not really having that big of a motivation to get out to the polls and vote for Republicans despite the economy not really looking that great. And of course, Donald Trump has attacked his Republican colleagues for going after Social Security, saying that we should not touch the program and we should make sure to pay out the benefits as usual, and also not raising the full retirement age. So it should be interesting to see how the election goes with Trump going out and attacking his Republican colleagues. And we'll see. It looks like it's going to be Trump versus Biden once again. We'll just have to see how everything unfolds as far as that goes. Now, in some good news, despite the bad news with the raising of the full retirement age and all the changes and Social Security being under attack, in some good news, this week we do have a couple of different payments going out to Social Security beneficiaries. We have one going out on Wednesday this week of $1,800 on average, and then we have one going out on Friday of $900 and change at the maximum, and then a little bit over $1,300 for couples. Those are going to be going to SSI beneficiaries, and it's going to be your second payment this month in June. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the payment schedule here, and again, we can see that on Wednesday of this week, coming up in just a few days, Social Security beneficiaries are going to be receiving their last payment of this month on June 28th. This payment is going to be going out to those with birthdays falling between the 21st and 31st of any given month. And then on Friday, June 30th, that payment is going to be going to SSI beneficiaries. This is actually going to be your second payment once again this month because you already received your first payment on June 1st. Now you might be wondering why exactly you're receiving two payments in the month of June, because usually you're just receiving one payment. So you're probably figuring what's going on. Well, this payment on Friday, June 30th, you're just going to be getting that a little bit earlier because July 1st, when you would normally be receiving your payment, of course, July 1st is on a Saturday. And anytime the first of a month or when SSI beneficiaries usually get their payout falls on a Saturday, a Sunday, or a holiday, you're just going to be getting your payment a little bit earlier. So that's the only reason you're going to be getting two payments in the month of June, because your June 30th payment coming up on Friday of this week is actually just your payment for July. So all month in the month of July, you're not going to be receiving anything. You're not going to be getting a payment on July 1st or July 3rd, that Monday. That payment, once again, is going to be coming a little bit earlier on June 30th. Now, if we look ahead into July, for the payments, once again, on July 3rd, there's going to be the first payment going out. Those are going to be going to those who received Social Security before May of 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment is going to be going out on the 3rd, and then of course your SSI payment is going to be going out on June 30th. Then on July 12th, that payment is going to be going to those with birthdays falling between the 1st and 10th of any given month. July 19th, there's going to be some more payments going out to those born between the 11th and 20th of any given month. And then finally, the last payment in July is going to be on the 26th, the final fourth Wednesday of July. Those are going to be going to those with birthdays between the 21st and 31st of any given month. So that's the payments. Those are the payments going out this week for Social Security and SSI beneficiaries, and also the payments going out in July for Social Security beneficiaries. But that's all the news that I have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.